last donation submission, then we get to the let's see. Then we get to the Discord subscriber submissions, then we get to the free ones. So, cool. I'm assuming that you want me to listen to, let's see, this one. Okay, so this specific ones. Cool. Thank you so much. Just so you know, yeah, I think I enjoy, yeah, tries for bands more. The tryout, honestly, the tryouts for bands are fascinating to watch. I remember watching one for Dream Theater, and that was crazy. So we got Devouring the Suffering Ear by Dexter Wigglesworth. First off, I know you've submitted a few times before, but like, bro, Wigglesworth is the best name ever. Let's run it. This is Salty Dines. That's okay. I like experimental stuff.
It's no big deal. I try to eat the same thing every day. I eat one package of tofu. I eat one can of sardines. I mix in a little fruit with that. Green tea. That takes me to dinner. Dinner is brown rice, salad. Next day, same thing, always the same. Never break it.
Whoa! That was Dexter Wigglesworth. Salty. Oh my goodness. Salty Dines. Oh my goodness. I love
sardines. I mix in a little fruit with that.
So wait, no.
Same thing.
Dexter, you have some explaining to do. Wait a second. Wait.
I don't give a shit. It's no big deal. I try to eat the same thing every day. I eat one package of tofu.
One package of tofu. All right.
I eat one can of sardines.
One whole can of sardines.
I mix in a little fruit with that.
Put some fruit with it.
Green tea. That takes me to...
And green tea. I don't know why I was picturing when you started listening to these things that you like put them all together at once. I don't know why I pictured that you were like, all right, you were eating all this stuff all at the same time, dude. I don't know why. That would be crazy. Crazy.
Dinner is brown rice, salad. Next day, same thing, always the same. Never break it.
Honestly, you know what? Respect, dude. So what Dwayne Dexter said in the chat, who did the production for this, said it's supposed to have a real trance-like vibe. Most of my stuff follows a hypnotic vibe, and I think you really accomplished that with the overall production side of things. I think you definitely have that you could download for. If you want me, I could also drop the link here in the chat as well. So I'm assuming this is out. So what's cool about Bandcamp is you could support the artists and whatnot. If I remember correctly, you could name a price type thing if you want. Yeah, name your price. You know what's fun fact about Bandcamp and whatnot that I found out one day was that Radiohead was one of the first bands to implement that pay what you want for your project for an album. They did that. I forgot with what project it was, but they were one of the first ones to ever do it. Fun fact. So we got Salty Dine. So overall, I think the drum production in Rainbows. That sounds correct. I believe you. Yeah, the drums super knocking. I like that there's a lot of saturation going on throughout the entire record. I would love, as far as the mixing side of things, you definitely nail that hypnotic vibe, because there's a lot, this track sounds chaotic as hell in a good way. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of complex stuff going on at the same time here. And it really, a lot of cool layers. And what OJ McBaggins was saying, I can kind of, I think you definitely got that dirty feel, and the dirty feel for sure. It's a good stereo imaging on the record. See, one of the main critiques that I was going to have about the record is it does feel a bit repetitive, but I think that kind of plays more into your hypnotic trance feel that you're going for than it is. So I kind of retract that. I do want a second, because there are some elements in there that I would love to hear more of. Because there's this really cool... It's on the panned left. That I would love to hear a bit more of in the mix. And so... that's what I mean. Like I kind of, since that's what they were going for, I think that's part of, you know, what they were going for. So. I always find, like, the thing is, like, sorry guys, experimental stuff is always like a very interesting, because it's so hard to like critique it, because like it's always so ambiguous. Like, it's so up to the person who made it. Like this is Dexter's vision, and that's, you know, it should be telling for any genre, honestly, for the same thing. But it really plays into experimental stuff, where whatever Dexter Wigglesworth, by the way, badass name, by the way, the whatever that they had in mind for the volumes, you have a lot more freedom with these things in experimental. Like, I'm assuming the experimental hip hop you're going for the vibe. I do want to interact. I want interaction and listening. So. There's a lot of this like down-tuned things that kind of happen. It almost sounds like a lot of like these more like detuned things that kind of come and go. Because what I'm noticing, there's a lot of this like these like pitch downs, like where the pitch is like slowly going down. A lot of elements do that throughout the record. Which is really oh, let me put the overall, hold on. Let me put the poll up, because I thought the track was really nice. I don't know exactly, like, sounds like some creepy piano too. Yeah, like honestly, it sounds really solid. That's OJ McBaggins. That's like that's a contact instrument, right? From correct me if I'm wrong. But really cool. I really dig the layering on that, honestly, and the cover art's really cool. So the first thing that I thought of when I saw the cover art, well, the name of the project, the Devouring the Suffering Ear, I thought of Mike Tyson immediately. So I hope that's a compliment. I hope that's a compliment to the project. I just thought of Mike Tyson immediately. I feel like it was more low budget though. It's free. Yeah. If I remember correctly, it was like a creepy, almost like toy piano thing. Like, if I remember correctly. But yeah, check out the album if you haven't. If you're interested in hearing the rest of the project, Devouring the Suffering Ear. Oh, see, it's like absolutely not. It didn't want me to share your project, dude. It was like, no! Well, guess what? We fought through the odds. You know what we did? We did it anyway! Let's get it. Cool. Yeah, it is cool, like the hypnotic stuff. What's interesting is we have been getting a lot more of the experimental stuff through the live stream, which I dig a lot, honestly. Like, the experimental stuff, I feel like a lot of other live streams don't necessarily, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but they don't really like go through like the experimental stuff. But I don't, like, for me personally, I love when people get real creative with stuff. So I don't, like, music shouldn't be a box, you know. as to you need to do it this specific way. And I'll try to give rough guidelines and rules of thumbs for things like mix-wise that I would do. But at the end of the day, like, music is so subjective, you know. The project goes the project it goes for being uneasy. Look, if you were going for that, I think you did a fantastic job. Cool name, by the way, and I dig the branding. So, cool. Thank you so much for submitting. You rock.